Well, luckily here at home, we are drying out. Actually, we are setting up for a pretty dry stretch getting into the weekend. At this point, it is very warm and still humid. Temperatures are in the mid to upper 80s across the area. Our feels like temperatures, though, are actually in the 90s for the most part and feeling like 100 degrees at the lakefront. Usually it feels a lot warmer at the lakefront. So the humidity will be with us today and tomorrow, but it actually decreases heading into Friday. This weekend, we will see lower humidity finally settling in for a couple days at least. We are mostly dry across the area. There are these small little showers that are popping up, like one in Thibodaux, also a couple little showers popping up just near Bay St. Louis and happening right along the coast in South Mississippi, also just southeast of Slidell. Slidell actually seeing one little shower setting up. So wouldn't be surprised if we get a couple of these little showers setting up. We got one in Mandeville, one just over the lake, the western side of Lake Pontchartrain, and that's what we have this afternoon. Partly cloudy skies, a couple pop-up showers. Temperatures heating up to the upper 80s, if not near 90. It will be very warm and a bit humid today. We'll have those breaks of sunshine and temperatures will be in the 80s heading into the evening hours. This afternoon, not expecting a lot of rain. We'll get these one or two pop-up showers, maybe a rumble of thunder, but expecting a lot less rain than we've seen the last couple of days. So starting the drying trend a little bit now, but can't rule out a couple of those showers this afternoon. Tonight will be dry. Tomorrow morning should be dry, but then tomorrow in the afternoon, we'll get maybe one or two isolated showers around tomorrow in the afternoon and early evening. But then we really start to see things dry out as upper high pressure builds in and a drier air mass works into our region. That means we'll see lower dew points in the 60s Friday, Saturday, and probably into Sunday. So that's when it will feel less muggy outside, but it will be short-lived. The humidity does return heading into next week. But the weekend looks great. Expect lots of sunshine both days. It will be very warm. Temperatures will be in the upper 80s, maybe touching 90, but with the lower humidity, it'll probably actually feel like the actual temperature it is. And the Saint Sunday forecast is going to be a 10 out of 10 great day. And the reason why, we've got this upper ridge of high pressure that's going to be building in from the west over the region. That keeps us dry and a bit warmer in the coming days, but then that shifts off to the east. And as it does, we're going to be watching the upper pattern and what's going on in the tropics to see what happens next week. So there's this area that's being highlighted by the National Hurricane Center in the Western Caribbean. There's nothing there now. It's a low chance for development, but as we go over the next several days, an area of low pressure may try to develop down in the Western Caribbean this weekend and through early next week. Now, this is not set in stone. This is just one model run. This is the GFS, just kind of showing you that next week we could be dealing with a plume of tropical moisture, maybe a tropical system. It's possible, not a guarantee, that maybe it moves into Florida, but that, can change certainly. There's a lot of time between now and then, and these models are going to keep changing back and forth. So really just trying to put it on your radar now to check back every day. It's too early to know what's going to happen next week in the tropics, but something could certainly form. It just depends on how things set up. The GFS at this point does take a system into Florida late next week, but the European model, the other big global model, doesn't have anything organizing, just brings like a big area of moisture into the southern Gulf of Mexico. So big global model's not in any sort of agreement just yet. So truly what it boils down to is just too soon to say what we'll see next week. So make sure you do check back in for the latest forecast on that. Here's our 7-day. We have a beautiful weekend in store, lots of sunshine with that lower humidity, but we stay very warm.